We're not going to put it off any longer, guys. We're not going to put it off any longer. Pokemon. Got to catch them all.
Got to.
Thanks, guys, for watching this event. So, Sun and Moon launched.
It did. Very well.
Very, very well. Everybody's going crazy. I want to play. I want to start streaming.
They're going cuckoo for them.
Yes.
Pokemon puffs.
Yes. And I think a lot of it has to do with the just unearthly obsession with Pokemon Go this year.
Yeah, that drew in so many people to understanding. A lot of people didn't know what Pokemon were. Like, I'm seeing parents who are still posting on my Pokemon Go page about, getting into Pokemon more like that. They've even went to Netflix and watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you watched the older Pokemon. It's a little rough to get around the older humor. But they've also invested in 3DSs. They've also...
And you can see from the last 3 months, 5 months, whatever it was, percent increasing.
So, I mean, that was perfect. The Pokemon Go has definitely jumped this up into something huge.
Yeah, and I've been watching a lot of stuff on Sun and Moon. It being in a totally different area, having Gen 1 characters, Gen 1 Pokemon, that have a different twist on them having different looks to them, but they still being like a Meowth looks different, a Sandshrew looks different, That is interesting to me because I'm a Gen 1. Like, Gen 1, 100%,
where we were.
Through. That's why I kind of enjoyed X and Y more than I did Black 1 and 2, because there were actually Gen 1 Pokemon in there. And, of course, I don't want all Gen 1 because it kind of gets boring and it's the same thing. I go back, play Yellow if I want to. But getting that experience where there's more into that. And also, the game's apparently a lot harder than the other ones have been. So there's a little bit more challenge to it, where you could grind for a while and get your Pokemon up to that level, but it still be very hard for you to beat people. I like that challenge.
I do too, because you could go in the beginning of the game, like if you had the patience to do it, you could sit there and run around in the grass for hours and hours and go, and you can knock out the first 3 gems, no problem.
Yeah. And I'm glad that that's finally, they're putting a little bit more in there. Of course, Shinies, big deal in here again.
Depth. This game has way more depth than I think any other Pokemon games have.
Yeah, and getting, I think some people might get a little bored of the island look or whatever in the beginning, but from what I've watched and from the people that I've listened to, I think it's an awesome game, and I can't wait to play it, and of course I'm getting Sun.
I got to get a DS first.
Yeah, I'm getting Sun just because the Legendary looks way cooler than Moon's, in my opinion.
I like the Sun too, so I think it's going to be a Sun swipe.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and answer
probably Caleb's.
Yeah, Caleb's Pokemon Sun and Moon first impression. Don't have any, but I want to play it.
We want first impressions, though.
And then he asked about Pokemon Star rumors, and that's what we're going to get into real quick. A mainline Pokemon game codenamed Pokemon Stars is reportedly being in development for Nintendo Switch and will release for the console sometime next year. According to Eurogamer, several sources have told the outlet Game Freak is well into development on a third version of Pokemon Sun and Moon that will feature the same map, locales, art style of the aforementioned 3DS games, but with improved visuals. We'll also have separate higher resolution assets. Let's see if there's anything else quotable. Yeah, so it's looking for a 2017 release.
Now, this is something that we have talked about on the Nerd Cave, and even before the Nerd Cave, we have talked about having a Pokemon game on a console.
I'm going to ask this question. Do you think it's because this console is actually portable?
It has a lot to do with it. It's pretty much taking everything that everybody's loved about a 3DS, but giving those people who have always wanted a Pokemon game that they could play on their TV and sit back on their controller and play. So I think that they're diving into it and giving them the best of both worlds in that instant.
I think the 3DS this is the last hurrah for the 3DS. Once the Switch comes out, it's going to be like, yeah, the 3DS is there, but we're not,
I think they'll still kind of they'll port games over, but they won't be
possibly. But I don't think they're going to push it like they have pushed
No.
it. Like 3DS has been their bread and butter for a very long time.
Yeah.
And if the sales numbers is around like 250, 300, Switch is going to sell like crazy.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I'd buy it to play it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can't wait for the Switch. I just hope they don't do this Nintendo mini crap that they're doing right now. That is fake scarcity. That is like made scarcity.
Then the NES.
Yeah, the NES Mini Classic. Like that is just. Moving on, Batman: The Telltale Series Episode 4 release date has been announced. The next installment of the Telltale series is on November 22nd. And will include the PS4, the PC, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and compatible iOS and Android devices. For a sneak peek, you can check out the trailer, and the 4th episode is, I guess, called Cape Crusader. I guess, I don't know, to be honest. I need to keep playing that. I haven't played it in a very, very long time. Now, Titanfall. We read the list of October games that charted. Titanfall was on there, wasn't it?
It was
on there, but
I want to say it was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's been selling very, very. It's very, very far down there. It's been selling very, very soft. And I think a lot of that is because you look at this space that it's in. It's a first-person shooter. You have Battlefield 1, you have Call of Duty, and then you have Titanfall. That is a third-tier game.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that still love Call of Duty, that will buy Call of Duty 100% anytime they can give it to them.
Infinite Warfare sucks.
Have you played?
Yeah.
Like the story mode or the online?
Online.
Yeah, I'm a story guy, so I wouldn't even touch the online, to be honest.
It's bad.
So you just look at it. There had to be some reason why they put out Titanfall in the same month as they put out their own freaking Battlefield 1. Like, that's hurting its sales.
Yeah.
There has to be some reason why they had to get Titanfall 2 out. I think it's probably a tax reason. They had to get it out in the same quarter, just to not carry over that on the books and everything. But it just dumb.
From everything I've heard, Titanfall 2 was a good game, and a lot of people have enjoyed it. But our bridges are still burnt from the first one that we're trying to. At least I'm trying to repair it. I would like to take a look at Titanfall 2 to see what all it has to offer, but I haven't yet worked up the nerve.
Yeah. Respawn's co-founder Vince Zampella says the studio is currently unsure as whether or not there will be a Titanfall 3. He says, "We don't know yet." He said that Titanfall 2 has been a huge success.
Huge.
Critically, and they're really happy with the reviews and positive sentiment, but it's too early to tell from the sales standpoint.
They are stale sales.
Yes, they are still sales. We definitely like to tell more of the story and the universe. I think it's pretty safe to assume that we'll explore more of it. EA might have announced more. Zampella also spoke to the launch of Titanfall 2, saying, I cannot speak tonight. Definitely feels a little odd to have the game released in the same window as new Call of Duty. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is from my old studio that I built, he said, and they're repackaging my old game that I built on a brand that I built. So it's kind of like you're throwing it all against me. So, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting on that. I just think it's a little too late for it, to be honest. Like, they should have launched Titanfall 1. Like, Titanfall 2 should have been Titanfall 1.
Yeah.
And that would have made a lot more people happy.
I agree.
A lot more people. And this guy isn't one of them. Ubisoft to move away from heavily scripted games. Ubisoft will reportedly be incorporating less narrative into its upcoming game. According to an interview with Le Monde, Ubisoft's chief creative officer, Serge Hezcall, I guess that's how he said that each Ubisoft game should be an anecdote factory. Okay, while the games still have a story, the more freedom the player has in the series like Watch Dogs and Far Cry, the more unexpected things can happen. They want players to express themselves and then share these unexpected moments with their friends. The first game to fully embrace the change will be the next Assassin's Creed. For the next Assassin's Creed, the designers have created a system in which what I do not only has meaning. What is that? I'm not even messing that up. Not only has meaning just now, but also long term. My actions will change the world.
Oh, Ubisoft making big decisions.
Yeah, that's been the problem with Ubisoft games. They've very been formulaic. Go unlock this tower, or go synchronize the map here. Do this. Go pickpocket that dude, and then come back over here. And
be sure to listen to these guys' conversations, but don't be seen.
Yeah,
don't be seen.
Go sit on that bench over there now. You hear? I can't wait to see what they do with the new Assassin's Creed. Watch Dogs just recently came out. I know Nick was saying a lot of good things about it.
Nick says good things?
Nick says good things. I
love you, Nick.
There's also some problems. They put some fully rendered genitalia in the game.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, because one guy on Twitter, like he
hide your children.
Yeah, he put some bullets in people's heads, and then, well, bam, fully rendered female parts. Like, I saw it on Twitter, I was like, what is this? What are those? And apparently there's male genitalia in the game, too. I'm just like, why?
Why would you?
Why? This is like a hot coffee incident from, you remember the hot coffee incident?
Yeah.
From Grand Theft Auto San Andreas? I'm just like, why is this even in here?
It's dumb.
Yeah,
they need to
update. They're putting a patch in and everything, but it shouldn't have been in the game to begin with.
Somebody was like, "Nobody will ever see this. I'm just gonna put it in and see what happens."
They put it in all right.